Hello and welcome to What the F*** Just Happened Today, your essential guide to the daily shock and awe in national politics. I'm Joe Amditis. Let's get to it. It's Tuesday, January 9th, 2024. Welcome to day 1085. The United States Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit reacted with skepticism to Trump's unprecedented claim that a president can only be charged with a crime if they are impeached and convicted by Congress first. Trump argued that prosecuting him for official acts, unless first impeached by the House and convicted by the Senate, would open a Pandora's box of indicting other former presidents for actions they took while in office. At one point, when asked hypothetically if a president could face prosecution for ordering the SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political rival, Trump's attorney argued that such a case could only proceed if he were impeached and convicted first. If that's the case, the Justice Department lawyer representing Special Counsel Jack Smith asked, "What kind of world are we living in if a president can order a political assassination and avoid criminal charges by resigning before he can be impeached?" adding that Trump's view of immunity would mean an extraordinarily frightening future. All three judges appeared unlikely to dismiss the election subversion charges brought by Smith against Trump on claims of presidential immunity. Following the hearing, Trump warned of bedlam and declined to rule out political violence if the criminal charges against him hurt him in the 2024 election. Meanwhile, Trump said he hoped the economy would crash this year, so the blame falls on Biden rather than during his hypothetical second term. Trump said, "And when there's a crash, I hope it's going to be during this next 12 months because I don't want to be Herbert Hoover. The one president, I just don't want to be Herbert Hoover." The U.S. stock market crashed during Hoover's first year in office in 1929, which evolved into the Great Depression. Biden's campaign manager responded saying Donald Trump should just say he doesn't give a damn about people because that's exactly what he's telling the American people when he says he hopes the economy crashes. In his relentless pursuit of power and retribution, Donald Trump is rooting for a reality where millions of Americans lose their jobs and live with the crushing anxiety of figuring out how to afford basic needs. Trump's comments came amid rising consumer confidence, cooling inflation, lower gas prices, rising wages, and optimism that the economy can achieve a so-called soft landing and avoid a recession. Moving on, Secretary of State Antony Blinken warned Israel to stop taking steps that undercut the Palestinians' ability to govern themselves effectively. Blinken met with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and other top Israeli leaders in an effort to push the U.S. ally to moderate its assault on the Gaza Strip and to diffuse regional tensions and prevent a broader war, and to work with Palestinians and neighboring countries to rebuild and govern the territory. Blinken said extremist settler violence carried out with impunity, settlement expansion, demolitions, evictions all make it harder, not easier, for Israel to achieve lasting peace and security. Israel must be a partner to Palestinian leaders who are willing to lead their people, living side by side in peace with Israel as neighbors. Far-right members of the Israeli government, however, have called for the mass removal of Palestinian civilians from Gaza and have dismissed American demands for a revamped and revitalized Palestinian Authority, which runs part of the West Bank, to take control in a post-war Hamas-free Gaza. And finally, 2023 was Earth's hottest year in recorded history. The European Union's climate agency reported that global temperatures last year were exceptionally high and averaged 1.48 degrees Celsius, or 2.66 degrees Fahrenheit, above pre-industrial levels between 1850 and 1900. This year is predicted to be even hotter, with Earth's 12-month average temperature likely to exceed 1.5 degrees Celsius, or 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit, the limit established by the 2015 Paris Agreement to limit warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial times in order to avert the most catastrophic consequences of climate change. That's all for now. You can find the links and sources for all of these stories on the main website. And as always, visit whatthefjusthappenedtoday.com for the latest news and headlines. Until next time, I'm Joe Amditis.